Okay, welcome to part 4. This is example 2 of the extra examples. This is the third type of problem you're going to see. So here we have the formula for the quadratic. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all divided by 2a. And remember, the standard form, a times x squared plus b times x equals c, is what you're going to use to determine what values are a, b, and c. So here's our example. 2 times x squared plus negative 8 times x equals 10. Now the value in front of your x squared is your a, the value in front of your x is your b, and the constant standing all alone is your c value. So here is how you would organize these values, right? You would organize your values like this. So in the original equation, I don't want to skip any steps, we had 10 to the right of the equal sign. And what you need to do is bring that 10 over to the left side of the equal sign so everything equals 0. To do that, you do the opposite of adding 10 and you subtract 10 to both sides. 10 minus 10 is 0. It cancels out. And there are no like terms with this negative 10, so the negative 10 stays negative 10 here. So your a value is 2, your b value is negative 8, and now your c value is negative 10. If you would have started off up here, that c value needs to be to the left side of the equal sign. So I wanted to make sure that was crystal clear for you. Now we can take this term on the left side and factor it, setting it equal to 0, right? X equals x plus or minus a number equals 0. Traditional factoring. All right, so we have a squared, the a value is the 2 in front of the x squared. The b value is the negative 8. And you can see here now the c value is negative 10. Okay. Again, you want to have that 0 to the right side of the equal sign. Now we're just going to substitute these values into the equation, right? So negative b. So our b value is a negative 8. I put a negative 8 everywhere you see b in the formula. All right, I'm going to put a 2 everywhere you see a in the formula, and a negative 10 everywhere you see c in the formula. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on to the next page. We're going to continue to simplify a little bit further here. So, hey, let's do everything inside the radical. Negative 8 squared is negative 8 times negative 8, which gives us a positive 64, like you can see it here. Negative 4 times positive 2 is a negative 8. Negative 8 times negative 10 is a positive 80. So that's what you're seeing down here. Again, negative 8 times negative 8 is a positive 64. And negative 4 times 2 is a negative 8. Negative 8 times a negative 10 is a positive 80. Okay, so we're just simplifying a little bit, one at a time. If you add 64 and an 80, you get the square root of 144. All right, so we're going to be simplifying this radical. And of course, in the denominator, let me back up a little bit. 2 times 2 is what? 2 times 2 is 4. So that's why you see the 4 down here. And then everything else was left the same. So I know that 144, the square root of 144 is a perfect square. It's 12 times 12. I can pull out a 12 outside of the radical. So 144 simplified is 12. So I have positive 8 plus or minus 12 divided by 4, which is what you see here. If I'm going too fast, go ahead and rewind the video and you can watch. So this is simplified. And remember that plus or minus in front of the radical means 8 plus 12 divided by 4 or 8 minus 12 divided by 4. So we're going to simplify and we're going to show both. So here you can see 8 plus or minus 12. So I'd like to show you both of those right here. 8 plus 12 divided by 4 or 8 minus 12 divided by 4. So remember this 4, and I don't think I made it crystal clear in the videos before, but this 4 in the denominator's place goes with both of these terms. So I can write this 8 over 4 plus 12 over 4, and that's what I'm showing you here. Or with the 8 minus the 12, remember the plus or minus, right? This is the minus version. So 8 minus 12 over 4, which is 8 over 4 minus 12 over 4, which is what I'm showing you here. Now we're going to simplify. 8 divided by 4 is 2, plus 12 divided by 4 is 3. So x equals positive 5. Or 8 divided by 4 is positive 2, minus 12 divided by 4 is a negative 3. Well, that minus sign makes it a negative 3. 2 plus a negative 3, or take 2 minus 3, ends up giving you x as a value of negative 1. You'd want to substitute those values into the original equation when it's set equal to 0, like we did in the earlier videos, in order to check your answer. Hey, this has been Math Tutoring Live, step by step. I hope you found part 4 of the using quadratic formula in order to factor valuable. Thanks for joining.